Welcome. This is
Shadowfox Paradox,
and I'm Reindeer. We're going to play some Medieval 2 Total War as England on short, very hard, no about time limit, advice off, and we'll show the AI movements.
Yep, want to know what France doing? Bloody bastards taking Rennes like they own the place.
Right. I think our game plan for sure will be to, I think we'll probably go off alliance with France first off, and consolidate Britannia, take Ireland.
Yeah, we'll always head straight up to, like, Edinburgh?
York. Want to get York and then Edinburgh, yeah.
No, well, yeah, of course get York. Then head straight for Edinburgh. Scots always seem to send off their entire army on a boat, and then they come back around when they realise you haven't got enough of an army. And if you take out their main capital, it's just a bunch of rebels. And you just take them out when you want. Once you've got England, which is normally why playing as England's like the best if you start in the game. Which is why it's good for a short campaign, because once you've got the Isle, no one really fucks with your mainland.
Yeah, the mainland's pretty secure. We'll skip this, fuck it, I can't be asked.
Man.
Summer 1080 AD, after the Norman conquests, of course. As our king is going to be William the Conqueror.
That guy.
That guy.
Did a thing once.
He made the Doomsday Book, oddly enough. Which is like, records a bunch of shit about the people. Right.
Poor little folks. You're going to tax them very high the whole game, aren't you? We'll live under you.
We're going to have our fleets meet up and put them in a port in London where it should be. Well, let's organise the seats before we do some army stuff. Get rid of any peasants first, because that's
always get rid of peasants.
Save some income. It's best not to have any armies that you don't need, it's just wasting income.
Yep.
Send a spy up to Edinburgh.
For enemies to get most of your central towns, unless they come from boat, they normally need to walk for your lands past the army, so even if they siege the town, you can probably get an army down there anyway. So any central towns, always just have free upkeep units.
I usually always really like to build some watchtowers as well.
Yeah, always get some watchtowers set up.
Always helps.
Especially when people are still neutral. AI doesn't seem to go for you early on. But then it'll hit that point, and anyone who's ever played a Total War game knows there's always that point you hit where all your friends or all your neutral factions decide to declare war on you for no reason.
Yeah.
Always seems to be the thing with strategy games. I guess that had a bit of a challenge, but it's kind of just annoying when they just do it for no reason.
Yeah, it's all
hey, we've been friends forever. You've saved me like a lot of money. You've saved me from rebels and whatnot. You know, and you're basically protecting my borders. But now I'm going to destroy those borders and also attack a nation above me. So now I'm going to get wrecked. And this game doesn't seem very well for making people your vassal. Even when it's their last town, they will not vassalize.
It is kind of hard to get vassals on this. But usually vassals tend not to betray, so you know there's that.
You going to increase your taxes?
Yeah, I usually
pillage invested.
I tend to increase my taxes. Just helps build up the cities early on.
A very good thing to remember as well, if you take any castles, and you don't really need them because they're so far into your territory, is if they're not too large, you can convert them to towns, and you can only increase taxes with towns.
Yeah. So
normally, if they're within your lands, or you don't need that many castles, convert them to towns, get a bit more currency.
Yep. I'm going to get an alliance with the French, ask their princess to marry my faction heir. I don't mind having more towns of the French amount.
More relations, and since it's an actual factions princess, it's got its stats, which will carry on to
and she had quite high.
Again, another reason why playing as England early on is very good.
There you go. Usually comes up here. Royal ties with the French, and wife is fair. Increased chance of having children. Not bad.
Yep.
Good to have children.
Rather than just clicking yes to any random princess that shows up because you got unmarried people. If a faction that is your friend does have a princess, it's normally best to go for them because then you get those extra traits.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting as well, so you don't end up having some bastard children. Some throwaway units, basically. Send them on them crusades, don't come back, don't tell their family why. Heading for Rennes, are we? Don't let them damn take it.
Nope, Rennes
shall be ours. To tell you all why I am have a big hard-on for Rennes, as you'll soon find out, is because when I played this, I played as the Scots, and when I took Rennes, French were sieging it for years, and then it took me 200 years before I could come back around onto the mainland and take it back. So it was a good old 200-year war between me and the French, trying to battle over Shitsville, basically. And now it's become like my freaking Jerusalem in this game. So whenever I mention Reness, it's with the biggest internet hard-on possible. And now that'll be in your minds throughout the rest of this video.
Talking about Jerusalem, are we going to join the crusade when it comes?
Most certainly. Unless it comes very early on. Which is a problem I see with this game, is it doesn't really keep, like, the crusade, like, at a specific time, historically. It tends to just pop up, like, at random. Because I've had it before where it's been, like, very early on, it's like, you haven't even got any established borders, let alone an extra army to, like, toss away. Another problem playing as Scotland as well, or England as well, is they're very, very, like, top left. So, and Jerusalem, of course, you look at the map on the bottom left, it's all the way down on the bottom right. You could probably zoom over to it real quick.
Alright, so let me move it.
But if you're playing as Scotland, most of your Crusaders will, like, you know, desert because it's taken so long for you to get there. So you've lost half your troops.
Yeah, it's usually not worth it that often to crusade as England. Although I like to do it myself, but well.
Only if you've got, like, an extra guy to throw away. And that's a very important thing to remember, is if you're on a crusade, you can walk through people's lands and they won't get pissed and they probably won't attack you unless they're, of course, not Christians. If they do, they're going to get excommunicated. And that means everyone else can go take a piece of them. So if you're on a crusade, you can walk straight through the lands. And the best thing to do, if you'll go onto it, is if you go down through the French lines, as you see down here, is of course you can hire mercenaries, and what you can do is just walk through the French lands and then get a mercenary boat to take you down, rather than get a boat and go all the way around Spain and Portugal.
You can go down through the Italian lands.
Italian lands as well, yeah. Good for going through Italian lands as well is you can get some of those big crosses.
The Great Cross.
Yeah, the Great Cross. And those, of course, if your men are around them, a lot less likely to go shit themselves.
That's true.
So it's probably best to go for that way, but to get the boat quicker, because moving on boat is much faster than moving on foot, especially if you've got a lot of units. And the cross, because it counts as like a big siege equipment. The siege equipment will slow you down a lot.
The boat also gets the benefit of the Crusaders when they get bonus movement. The boat gets it too. So the boat also moves more than a regular boat.
And as you saw there, he was moving his priest there. Probably your bishop. Because you're not thinking.
It's a cardinal.
Oh, cardinal. Yeah, they start with cardinal. But if he goes back over it, you can see there's a percentage. Of course, playing as England, you're Christians and stuff. You got to keep up your religious happiness in this game, otherwise people are going to get angry.
Right.
As they do in normal life.
Awfully fast.
Right, taking York now.
Yep, we'll let them come back to us.
Normally just auto-resolve this one, but since it's an LP, I'll also show you a bit of battle. You'll be staring at just the little bits of dots moving about right now.
Yeah. It's
especially with these low of troops later in the game, it's just going to be pointless when you just trouncing over people. But right now, you got to save every man you can.
Well, especially because I'm going to go into Scottish territory. I don't want to waste.
Yeah, don't want to waste any units. You got to take that Scots town. You take the Scots town. They only start with one, of course. So if you take the one, that's an entire nation gone. You can just take your time taking the out. Oh, you didn't click on one. You clicked one off.
Oh shit.
Now what he's doing there with his shield is he's putting on guard mode. And that means if a unit runs away from that unit, they won't go chasing after them. So if they run back to the town, your unit isn't going to like break their formation to go running after some units and then get themselves mowed down because it's just the one of them.
Yeah.
This way, you guys will just stay there, which is best if you're defending, of course. You just stay on guard. He also took off the sword. You can see right next to it.
Skirmish mode.
That's skirmish mode. You can explain that.
Well, yeah, obviously skirmish mode. If enemies get too close, they'll back up, which can get annoying.
Now the problem you've done here is you put your archers behind your men.
Well, yeah, because I don't have them at the front, and I can't be asked to move them or like waste time. It's usually better for bigger battles.
If you put them in the front on big battles, yeah, because then they get a clear shot forwards. Because now they're gonna have to shoot over, and that with crossbowmen, very bad idea because they're gonna be very inaccurate. With English longbowmen though, they're very good. But right now you've only got some peasants, haven't you? I don't think you have longbowmen. You just got the peasants.
Yeah, peasant archers. Longbowmen's well, for fuck's sake. This unit here was out of the group when I did a lot of weird shit, so it ran back.
Yeah, so there you see, like, it could be annoying, because now they've got to move back and then reload.
Well, I think I might relook at these guys to the side, see if I can shoot them in the back. A lot more damage that way.
As you saw when he zoomed in, you can see he was shooting fire arrows. I think the enemies use them as well.
Yeah.
Of course, using fire arrows takes a little while longer to shoot, but it scares the enemy. And as you can see, some are already running back.
It's usually better early on in the battle just to get kill them.
a morale bonus to them. If you've got higher morale, the same amount of units, but now their morale's a little bit more down, they're the ones who are going to run away first.
Well, early about like fire arrows going to do nothing. You want to like use regular arrows and hit them with it. Do a lot of casualties. And then when you start doing the flame, it will break them a lot faster.
So of course, flame arrows less accurate, take a lot longer to shoot. Whilst if you just use normal arrows, a lot more accurate, and you can shoot a lot more people.
Flame arrows do more damage, but they're way less
But again,
likely to
since
hit.
it takes so long to shoot and longer to hit, not really advisable. It's only really good for the morale. I normally don't use flame arrows. The only time I use flame is with catapults and such. Because a good game that I've done is I think I was playing as the Holy Roman Empire, and they attacked me on a river where you could cross over, and they were coming over the river, and I had some men blocking it, and I had catapults on a little bit of a hill next to it. Set some flame ones, shot it. They outnumbered me, like 100 to 1 basically. They had like three guys. They had the main guy and 2 reinforcements, and I was like, okay, there goes my guy. But they just millions of them running away like the little girls because of some fire. So fire can't help you out, because otherwise I would have lost that.
Right, we're going to end this episode here after taking York.
Yep, we've taken York.
We've
Gonna have some fishing ships there.
taken Rennes soon. I tend to like them to come out to me. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, if they come out to you, because if they're in a town, you gotta walk through narrow passages. Can't really use your archers in narrow passages. Always best to have them come out to you.
Yeah.
And of course, if you just siege them out, if sometimes, especially with rebels, is they'll just give in, and you don't even have to fight them at all. Because if he goes over Rennes, you'll see that there's a surrender timer, and that's how long they can last until they have to come out to you. And sometimes rebels, they just don't, and then you've taken the town without having to risk any men.
Yeah.
Which is better when you have neighbours like the filthy French who betray you for no reason.
Well, don't forget to subscribe
Join the cult.
and praise the dear God.
Damn straight.
See you next time.